Hello everyone, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If you're hearing my voice, you are in the right place. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. 3 of Wands. You know your own value. You know what you're worth. You know what you're made of. You know who you are. You know why you're here. And you have what we call integrity, right? That you will say no if it feels off. Even if it's tempting, even if someone's going to pay you a lot of money, you're going to say no if it doesn't align with your spiritual compass. You know? You have confidence, you have self-respect. You really do. And you tend to act in ways that your future self will be proud of, you know. I think that you have the gift of foresight right now. And so maybe there's somebody in your life that's kind of like giving you an offer, giving you an opportunity, opening a door for you, and you're thinking, does it align with me? Maybe it's paying you money, but it's work that you don't resonate with. Or it's work that you don't enjoy, or it's something that you don't feel is worth the money, you know. It's not worth what it's going to cost of your integrity, okay? You're staying true to yourself. And I think that you're ready to do, I mean, you'll do in life, you'll do whatever it takes, you know, to get to your goals, right? You're not afraid of hard work. You don't have any kind of, you're not too picky about anything, right? You'll do anything as long as it's ethical and legal, right? In other words, as long as it aligns with your spirit and your principles and with the laws of the land, of course, you're open to anything, right? So you're willing to do the hard work, yeah. But you have character and you have integrity, and we need to put that into some context. Let's see what the heck is going on with you. Wheel of Fortune, oof, 4 of Swords. We have a Queen of Wands, a 3 of Pentacles, very nice. Yes, I think there's an opportunity that is very good for you, that you will be saying yes to. Oh, and the Star, oh, I'm excited. This is nice, yeah. I think you've been chosen for a rare opportunity, okay, that not everybody is going to get, and you're kind of saying, you know, and I think it's because of your integrity that you're being given this opportunity. I feel like your destiny is unfolding here. With the 8 of Cups, though, I kind of feel like maybe you're wondering, like, why me? Why am I getting chosen for this? There we have the 3 of Swords, but the 8 of Pentacles, and yes, a Prince of Wands at the end. Constancy, consistency, perseverance, fire, discipline, motivation, yeah. Very nice. So I think that you're being offered something, and I kind of feel as if there's part of you that just says, like, I don't really know what I'm doing, you know? I don't really know, like, what I'm supposed to do. I don't know all the things that I would need to know doing this thing. So with that 8 of Cups, kind of feels like, I don't know. Like, I know you know your value and you know what you're worth, but this is a situation that's just saying, like, I don't know if I really trust this or if I deserve this. Maybe it's a feeling like this is too good to be true, or maybe this is the miracle that happens at the right time because the world's kind of bleak. And just when you start to lose hope, see all the water's draining out of those cups. Just when you're starting to lose hope, Spirit showing you a doorway to your destiny. And that feels beautiful. And you should trust that. You should trust that you deserve it, that this is meant for you. It's kind of like just when, we're having these, let's say, money issues and we just think this is it, I don't know what to do. You're getting that job offer that's going to pay you a crazy amount of money. And I feel that there is some kind of a financial thing here because of the Earth, and the Wheel of Fortune. Seems to me like somebody or something, a company or I don't know what, you're going to be getting paid what you deserve to get paid. I feel like a lot of you are underpaid right now for the work that you do, for who you are and the character that you are and the integrity that you bring to the table. I feel like finally you're going to start getting paid what you're worth. And that makes me really freaking happy, and I like that. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. And we're going to put this right here with Alien Simon Mork Ripley right there on top, a little ASMR for short. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any moment during this reading you feel like you might know what that card is, put your prediction in the comments right below the video. Now, as we look around the room here, we see some good stuff. We see our two majors, and I love that. Wheel of Fortune and the Star, I mean, it just doesn't get better than that. It really is miracles, blessings, rare opportunities coming in for you. Okay? Spirit is putting the right person, place, or thing on your path when and where you need it. Spirit's giving you a green light. Spirit's putting you in the right place at the right time. And you saying yes to that is going to lead you right to your destiny. Okay, it's going to lead you exactly where you need to be. We've got fire, fire, fire. Okay, the only water we have in the reading right now is this, because this is feeling like it's bleak. I'm starting to feel kind of hopeless. I'm not feeling too good about things. Boom. Spirit's saying, here we go. Divine intervention. Okay. Just when you thought all was lost, here comes the miracle and the blessing. Amen. Give me something in the comments. Let me know that you're ready to claim this miracle, because this is good. Because it's happening at the right time. Because this Eight of Cups is saying that, like, I'm losing hope. That life is not getting better. Life doesn't feel happy right now. It's an 8. It's not a 9. Okay? This is us ruminating. This is us feeling like I'm about to walk away from something, or I'm about to give up on something, or I'm about to just kind of resign myself to say, I guess life just doesn't get better than this. Oh, it does. And I think that this is, because the star card is Aquarius. Aquarius is the water bearer. And we see this card is just pouring water down, right? And it's just this divine flow that's happening. And I think that's bringing so much more joy and love and bliss and this sense of destiny, this sense of purpose into your life, just when everything started to feel kind of dark, and bleak. And then, boom, there it is. Anyway, I like it. So we have a little bit of water. We've got our couple of air cards, and we've got a couple of earth cards. So quickly back to our Three of Wands here. You're someone who is moving with integrity. You're moving like someone who respects themselves, and the world is adjusting for you. You've not been treated fairly by things. We have also, I want to point out, 3, 3, and 3. You've been treated unfairly by the world, okay? You've been mistreated by people in relationships, or life seems like it's been more challenging to you than the average bear, okay? A little bit more trials and tribulations than we kind of think is fair, right? But despite that, you've been moving with integrity, that you have not given up. You have not resorted to, any kind of behaviors that would betray your soul, right? That would compromise your integrity, or that would cause you to lose self-respect. You move like someone who has integrity. Okay? You have character. Your behaviors line up with your professed values here and here, even though the world has given you plenty of reason to, like, go do some shady stuff. You're not doing shady stuff. Other people are doing shady stuff, and you're just saying, I got to do the right thing. I got to do what I know to be right. I want to respect myself. I want to continue to have wisdom and discernment, regardless of how many challenges life throws at you. It's Saturn in this energy here. And the Saturn aspect of this is kind of like saying, you know, every step you take kind of felt like it was blocked by something. Unnecessary challenges. People saying no to you for no good reason. It's like, why? It's like everything I try to do feels like it's blocked. You're still trying to do the right thing. You didn't say, well, I guess I'll just take a shortcut. I guess I'll just do something a little shady, a little underhanded then. You didn't do that. Yeah, you didn't do that. I think most people would, to be honest with you, right? So I think you've been selected. You're one of the rare few that have been selected for a very intense, a very prosperous, a very rare miracle here. And the Wheel of Fortune is when things start to really turn in your favor. This is divine timing. This is like luck, right? This is divine luck, divine intervention. Everything's shifting. Your mood's going to shift. Your money's going to shift. Your opportunities are going to shift. Instead of people saying no to you, people are going to start saying yes to you. Okay? But you have to say yes to this opportunity. Like I said, Spirit's going to put the right person, place, or thing on your path when and where you need it. Spirit will put you in the right place at the right time. Spirit will give you the green light. You've got to engage with that. You've got to say yes to that. Okay? This is a stroke of luck. I don't believe in luck. I think it's synchronicity. It's divine intervention. It's destiny unfolding. And there's momentum that's going to start building up in your life. Good things are going to start happening more and more and more, and you're going to roll with it. You're going to get into that zone. You're going to get into that flow where every street you drive down is going to be green light, green light, green light. Because you're just in that flow. Right now, it feels like every light is a red light. Oh, man, I get stuck behind a train. Now I'm behind, a big moving truck. And now I'm behind, now there's red lights. And now, the stoplight's out. It's like one obstacle after the other. Now, it's just going, okay? So pay attention to this, because this is the synchronicities here. Those odd things that it's just like, it can't be coincidence, Things are going to repeat in a certain way for you. There may be numbers, it may be patterns of words, phrases, or something that kind of tends to repeat in your life. You'll know the synchronicities. Follow them. Okay? Follow them. This is a turn that is in your favor, and you have to ask, okay, how do I cooperate with this? Okay? You're working with the wheel here. Yeah. And I think that the old cycle has finally ended. That cycle of, let's say, bad luck. Good luck is here. Yeah. Whether you believe in luck, or you think it's fate, or destiny, or just synchronicity, or divine coincidence, or divine intervention, it is what it is. Call it what you will. It's real. Okay? It's real. And, you've got a Four of Swords here, too. Four of Swords is a Jupiter in Libra energy, which is very much connected to these. These two positions of the spread are very intimately connected, okay? And this is Saturn in Libra. Obstacles, unfairness, bad luck, people not cooperating with you, people treating you unfairly, okay? All that kind of stuff. You, in your inner energy, you've got Jupiter in Libra. In other words, it doesn't make you cynical. All of this stuff out there that's happening to you in your relationships and in the environment is not making you a cynical or bitter person. You're not treating the world the way it's treating you. And that's extraordinary. That's part of your integrity. It's part of your virtue. You know, the world's being mean to you. The world is being unfair. The world is giving you obstacles and roadblocks and bad luck and unfair treatment. But you're out there treating people with kindness. You're out there helping people. You're out there doing kind things, doing nice things, helping people. You're expanding. And it doesn't mean you're always cheerful. In fact, no, I don't think you always are at all. But you're not letting the world grind you down, you know? You're not letting that cruel world turn you into a cynical, Scrooge or Grinch, you know? Because of this Jupiter energy, there's still this benevolence. And you're still helping people, and you're kind to people, and you're listening to people. Yeah. And I think that you're for the most part, you're able to block out some of that negativity. Because this is one of the most negative cards of the tarot, I'll tell you that. But you're not letting it infect you and turn you into kind of like, it may seem like the world out there is bleak and rotten, you know? But you're not becoming bleak and rotten. You're protected from that. And I wonder what that is in you that is doing that. If that is your spiritual practice, if this is meditation practice, breathing exercises. Like, tell me in the comments, how do you protect yourself from becoming bleak and rotten the way the world sometimes is? The world's not always bleak and rotten, though. That's not what I'm saying. But when it is, and we all know that it can be, how do you protect yourself from that? What do you do? Is this friends, pets, plants, people? Is this solitude? Is this like your home sort of sacred space? Is this prayer? Is this meditation? Is this, how do you protect yourself? How do you maintain a benevolent attitude when the world around you seems malevolent? Yeah. Good attitude, bad attitude. How do you not get a bad attitude? Tell me the secret, please. I would love to know. Yeah, because I feel like we all deal with this sometimes, and I think eventually the world will grind us down, and we'll end up absorbing this, and we'll become this in here too. I'm very thankful that we didn't get like a 9 of swords here to go with our 3 of swords. If we had both of those, I would say that, yeah, the world has been treating you really poorly, and it's really affecting who you are, and it's kind of, it's making you kind of bitter and cynical, but it's not. I think you're still very, you're very cooperative, and you're treating the world the way you want to be treated, not the way it's treating you. And I think that's really interesting to see these 2 cards here. And part of that is really your Queen of Wands energy. I feel like for the most part, you're able to put the unfair treatment, you're able to put it behind you rather quickly. It will wear on everybody, though. You still have that 8 of Cups, which is kind of saying, like, I can't take much more of this. But generally, you have this ability to just kind of let things go. You have a confidence about you. And there's a magnetism, and there's a charisma. I feel like you have integrity, you have presence. Yeah. And I feel like you have there's like a real attractiveness to you, I feel like you have, and maybe it's kind of a persona, I guess, but you have this persona where things don't bother you, where someone says something mean to you or someone cuts you off in traffic, and you put it behind you like it didn't even happen. It doesn't, it's like a candle being thrown into the sun. It's like the sun doesn't even notice. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not even there. That's not always like that, but I feel like this is that kind of a confidence or that kind of a stature that you have. And there's something interesting about the way you dress. There's something interesting about your presentation to the world. I don't know what that is, if it's like you wear a certain style clothing or like a hat or like makeup or your accessories or something like that. But there's something noticeable There's something about your appearance that stands out from the crowd. What is that? I want to say it's like a hat, but I don't know if I'm seeing it correctly. Yeah. But anyway, it's a presence that you have. And I think you do have a sense of style. And I think that you're good at protecting your energy. Of course, the bad luck kind of weighs you down, and it will. And it will eat away at your confidence over time. Yeah. But I think that you're showing up as the most alive version of yourself. Because this is a very independent person. This is somebody that says, I don't need to do anything. If it doesn't align with who I am, I'm going to say no to it, even if saying no puts me at a disadvantage. Even if saying no means I got to keep looking for a job. Even if saying no means that, okay, well, I got to scrape together the money for the rent this month, you know. So I feel like your integrity really it means something to you. Yeah. And I think that is a wonderful quality. But like I said, it's going to wear on everybody at some point, this energy over here. Okay. So anyway, we've got our Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Wands, Three of Pentacles, fire and earth. This is you behaving in a way that aligns with your values. And I think this is generally how you behave in life. Even when life is behaving badly, you're behaving with integrity. And I really like to see that. I think it's a wonderful. The Three of Pentacles is also your work. Maybe you are looking for work. Maybe what's consciously on your mind is, what's the best kind of work for me to do? I want to do work that is going to pay me what I deserve to be paid. What I'm feeling between these two cards, like I said, it's like you're not getting paid enough for the quality of work that you do. The Three of Pentacles is high quality because you're virtue, you have a work ethic, you care about quality. But this is saying you're not getting paid. You're not getting paid fairly for the quality of work that you're doing. I think that's changing. Okay? Because you're somebody that puts steady effort into your projects. You are showing up and you're doing high quality work because you have integrity, because you have that work ethic, even if there's some issue going on. In other words, it doesn't matter what the circumstances are. You've committed to something and you're going to go and you're going to do the very best job that you can. Just because you're having an issue with someone else at work, they're not treating you right, or the conditions aren't optimal, or they're not paying you enough, or you're having some kind of a disagreement with management or something, it doesn't mean you're going to go in and screw up your work. You know, it doesn't mean that you're going to go in and do low quality work. I'm just going to phone it in until they pay me more. That's not going to work, is it? You know, you imagine? You pay me more, or I'm going to do poor work. And I say, well, you do poor work, you're fired. So I think you're focused on quality. Again, because that's who you are. And at the same time, I think that there is an opportunity that's opening up for you to either change into a situation where you are going to get compensated fairly, or where your quality work is being recognized to the point where you're going to get that fair, compensation. And I feel like that Wheel of Fortune is really bringing you this rare opportunity that is going to change your life in a lot of ways. It's going to bring in not only the physical, financial prosperity, but healing and health and wealth and happiness and all that stuff. The star brings all the blessings. Okay? The star brings all the blessings. So this is you showing up because you have integrity, even when you're not feeling so motivated. Okay, this is you. These two, this is you with the ability to go to work and cooperate with everybody in the workplace, or at life, or at home, at work, at school, wherever this is, it doesn't matter. Generally in life, your ability to show up and get along well with others. Because this isn't high school. This isn't elementary school. You can show up and you can do the work that needs to be done to a high standard of quality, even when there's beef, even when there's friction, even when there are issues. Okay. And I think, again, it's your willingness to do whatever it takes. I can put my ego aside, I can put my pride aside, and I can do the work that needs to be done as long as it's legal and ethical. You know, you don't have a problem doing the unglamorous work. You know. And you're consistent. You show up where you say you're going to show up. Everywhere in your life. Relationships, friends, family members, coworkers, they can rely on you. Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about that star card. Because the star card, like I said, is bringing in all the blessings. And this is the immediate future for you. This is a card of renewal. This is a card of hope being restored. See, right here with the Eight of Cups, feels like we're losing hope. This is now, my hope's coming back. That things are looking brighter. I'm getting more and more optimistic now. Oh, things seem like they're going in the right direction. This is guidance. This is clarity. This is the revelation of this golden pathway, this yellow brick road, that is forming before you. This is a future that is gentler, a future that is happier and more prosperous, and more productive and more fair. This is like you get the green lights, and this is the yellow brick road of green lights. Okay, the energy has been cleared in front of you, and this is an opportunity, a doorway that's opening for you that's going to lead you further into your destiny. Okay, this is the hope. This is I think really the faith and just the knowledge that you're on the right track. Okay, this is the soul recognizing its true path, and you're following the light. And we're healing. Okay, miracles are happening, and you're following that path that now feels clean, it feels simple, it feels kind, it feels fair, it feels supportive and loving, it feels hopeful, and it feels guiding. This is your North Star. This is your destiny. And this is a doorway that opens you up to that destiny and restores your hope, especially since that Eight of Cups is saying that my hope is dwindling. This miracle is happening at the exact right time. Yeah. So this is you seeing, having that almost a vision, really, a revelation about the future that is in front of you. This is extraordinary. The path of the dove is really, really beautiful. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is a great way to support the channel. It doesn't cost anything, and it really, really does, push the videos out to new people when you hit that subscribe button, okay? And the like button and the hype thing, whatever that is, do all that stuff too, please. Anyway, Eight of Cups. We talked about this a little bit, right? Because this is the drain. The cups here, your heart is feeling pretty chipped, cracked, broken. Feels like the love is draining out. I just don't know how much more of this I can take, right? That's what this card says. We're emotionally burned out. We're ready to withdraw. We're ready to just take the quiet exit out the back door, never come back to this place. We're not going to do that. We're tired, right? On a soul level. And I think that, this is us feeling like where I'm showing up, I have that integrity, I have that work ethic. Maybe this is about your job. I keep showing up, but I don't know how many days I can keep coming back in and be treated this way, or have things happen this way, or feel like I'm being thwarted, or it feels like I'm being opposed or blocked at every step. I don't know how much longer I can do that. Okay? And it doesn't mean that you're weak. It means that at some point, enough is enough. Okay? So it kind of feels like we're a little bit overdone with something. You know, our energy is starting to dip a little bit. And you've already been feeling kind of, your heart's not really in it like it used to be. I think that's all being restored by the star. The love, the heart, the enthusiasm, that sense of, oh, this is my destiny. Oh, yeah, I am on the right path. We're getting our motivation back. And that's being proven here, okay, by the Knight of Wands. Excuse me, Prince of Wands. So, another Saturn energy, right? Another Saturn energy, because it feels like mentally and emotionally, and I think because there is not enough, there's no ample compensation, there's no fair compensation, feels like there are roadblocks and obstacles on your path right now, a lot of red lights. Mars in Capricorn, you're just trying to climb the mountain. You're trying to get to the top of the ladder here, you know, wherever it is, whatever your mountain is, whatever your goals are. You're showing up every day, trying to get to your goals. It feels like life is throwing you way too many curveballs and road closures and obstacles and speed bumps and potholes and everything else, you know, and the kitchen sink. And so Saturn, right? It feels like you're being restricted, you're being held back from making progress. And it just feels like unfair. It feels like why? And it feels kind of, the Eight of Cups feels like, I guess Spirit doesn't want me to do this, so I'm going to end up just leaving and walking away from the mountain. And I'm getting so demotivated here that it's crazy. Okay? And this isn't your soul withdrawing because it's lazy, you know, or it's weak or something. It's desiring to withdraw out of protest against what feels completely unfair. Okay? And I think everything is about to change. And I think it's going to be a very, very welcomed change. Again, the star is renewal, while the Eight of Cups is kind of the loss of hope. This is the restoration of hope. Okay? And we talked about the Three of Swords, I think, quite a bit already, and that's, of course, the unfair kind of treatment. It feels like some bad things just keep happening. It's like I get a flat tire every time I leave the house. Pop goes my tire. It's like, why? Every single time something has to happen. Today was a flat tire. Yesterday it was the water heater. Day before that it was the roof was leaking. Like there's just heartache here, you know? And it's mental pain because it's just, it feels like bad luck. It feels like the universe doesn't like us, right? Sometimes. Or it feels like somebody in your workplace doesn't like you, or it feels like somebody is working actively against you, right? Something along these lines. It doesn't have to always be cosmic in scope, but it feels like there's no support around you, okay? And it feels like there's this negative energy coming in. You're doing your best to shield yourself from it, but it's wearing down those shields. You've got your spiritual shields up, but it's wearing away at those shields, yeah? And so this opportunity that's coming now, this change of fate, this turn of events, is coming at the exact right time to bring this renewal, this starlight into your life, and this hope and this faith and this trust that you have in it's kind of restoring your faith in the universe, you know, restoring your faith and your trust in your destiny and in your true self and in your spirit. Now, the Eight of Pentacles, to me, is kind of a caution, and it sort of suggests that at first you might be like, really? Good things for me? I don't know about that, right? And so we might at first be a little bit apprehensive. But I think this is also kind of us getting back to a very, very happy and a very productive and a very positive routine. You know, this is you realizing that your crops, your harvest, your garden is growing, that you're cultivating this long-term future now. And ultimately, you realize that all of your efforts are resulting in, healthy growth. Yeah. You're building something long term. And you're going to continue with that slow, dedicated work, not cutting corners, right? Not finding shortcuts. You're paying attention to the details. You're still focused on quality and accuracy. You're building something long term. And I think this is perfect. And this, of course, is the fear, worry, and concern. And it's connected with this card, okay? Just like these two positions of the dove and serpent spread are very intimately connected, so are these two, okay? So are these two. As are these three, okay? There's a lot of interconnected systems within the spread here. So 1, 2, 3 here, these are intimately connected. And the story that these three tell is that right now, we're not feeling all that motivated. We're showing up anyway, and we're just trying to kind of fake it a little bit, right? We're just kind of forcing it because we need this. We're going to keep doing it, even though we're really not feeling motivated. But on the other side of that, true motivation is returning. But what we have up here is this fear that all of your quality, high quality work is not actually making a difference. It's kind of like you spend a lot of good hours at your job doing really good work, focusing on quality. You've been there for days, weeks, months, years. You've been putting in your very best effort. The best energy that you have has been devoted to doing that work at that company. The fear is that it doesn't mean anything. It didn't lead anywhere. Then no one saw it. I'm not going to get compensated for it. It's almost as if it never happened. That's the fear. But Spirit wants you to know that every effort, every ounce of effort you put in, or every gram of effort that you put in to your life is paying off, and it's going to bear fruit. This is an apple tree that is now like fully grown. It's going to start feeding you. So I think that this is really a confirmation that, look, you're going to be compensated for everything that you've put in. The work that you've been doing has not gone unnoticed. Maybe not everybody has noticed. The right people have. Spirit has. The universe has. And I think that you're going to be karmically rewarded for all of that effort. Because you didn't just say, well, if you're not going to pay me, if they're not going to give me any money, if they're not going to pay me more, I'm just going to do a half-assed job. I'm just going to start cutting corners then. Screw it, But you didn't do that. And I think now that everything is coming home to roost for you. Everything is sort of being returned to you with a partridge in a pear tree also. So I think you're getting all of those gifts. You're getting all of those, not even like, we think of gifts or something as like getting something for nothing. No, you're not getting something for nothing. It isn't just you held out your hand and, whoop, an apple fell into my hand. Lucky me. No, this isn't luck in that way. This is earned, like, divine assistance. Like the universe is conspiring to help you now because the universe has noticed you. You know what I mean? You're not just waiting around with your hand open for something to fall into it. You're out there cultivating the tree, watering the tree, weeding the tree, protecting the tree, and then you're going to climb the tree, and then you're going to pluck the apple, and then you're going to take that apple, and you're going to eat it. Okay? So it's something that you've earned, it's something that you have produced, you've built, you've grown this. Through your efforts, even karmically and energetically, even if you kind of were losing hope that anything was going to bear fruit, right? Part of this loss of hope is realizing, or thinking that we realize, that all of my effort is going to lead to nothing. And that's when the bottom drops out, right? That's when your heart just sinks into your stomach. That feeling, right? But now with that star card and that Wheel of Fortune, it's the reversal of that. It's now your heart is being uplifted. It's beautiful. And of course, we have our Prince of Wands here, which is, that enthusiasm, that motivation returning, that zest for life is coming back, and our perseverance, our long-term sustainability. Now it's like, all right, I'm going to keep doing this for as long as they'll let me now, because I'm motivated, because I'm happy. When you're well taken care of, when you're treated right, then you have all the energy in the world. And I think that it really is, if this is a job or an employment thing for you, when you're treated right, you have so much more energy and so much more willingness to put in and do that high quality work. Because you're being fueled. You're being nourished in a way that's going to keep you going. And it's like that in life, I think, in every system that we're a part of. If we're treated poorly, our energy is going to diminish over time, no matter how strong you are, and no matter how hard you try not to let it bother you, it's going to wear you down, and it's going to diminish your energy. But I think that's all being restored. Okay? This is your drive again. This is your enthusiasm. This is your energy that's just restored. Your passion has come back. Your motivation, your enthusiasm has come back. Your vitality has come back. Perfect. Let's look at our mystery card. Empress, maybe. Maybe Empress. Maybe some more water. I would like to see some happier water energy here. So I'm voting for a 3, 6, or 9 of cups. If you have a prediction, please put it in the comments. Let's take a look. The world, the universe. The universe has noticed you. Okay? The universe is restoring you to wholeness. The universe and whomever is the conduit for the universal energy. Okay? Because the universe will work through human hands, right? So the universe, and maybe like the boss or whatever, is restoring you to wholeness. The universe has recognized that you've been operating at a bit of a deficit. It's kind of like, the universe has recognized that you've been doing all this high quality, hard work, but not getting paid for it. So it's like you've been putting in your own money. And the boss is saying, oh, I really appreciate that. Let me make you whole again. And it's maybe it's literally that. Maybe you've been working for free. Maybe you've been working at a reduced hourly rate because the business isn't doing so well. Things are going to change, and you're going to be made whole again. I don't know if somebody owes you money or something like this, but it's kind of like the deficit is being noticed, and it's being restored. Okay? I like this. This is beautiful. Now we're going to do an extended reading as well. Please click on the link in the corner or click on the link in the video description. And I would really like for you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Again, it's a great way to support the work that I do here. Leave a comment, let me know where in the world you're watching from, and come back to this video in a few days and let me know how all of this is playing out for you. All right. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.